This fish created jobs before it was even caught.
What's up, y'all? I'm Reed the Fishmonger. I'm here in San Diego, California to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Tommy the Fishmonger. Let's go.
Tommy's passion to keep commercial fishing alive in the U.S. is matched by his knowledge of the industry.
I'll show you some fun stuff.
You won't want to miss what he has to say.
For me, I fished all over the world, commercially. There was my boat in the glass up there. You know, my dad was a fisherman, my brothers, my uncles, we fished literally all over the world. Fishing tuna and, I fished Alaska, king crab, did all that crazy stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
And
that's really freaking cool, man.
The funny thing is that it was like maybe 8 years ago, I did a video on Opa, and at that time it was 65 cents a pound the commercial fishermen were getting for it. Well, that video went viral. It's at like 80 something million views right now. And
dude,
because of that, we were able to get the fishermen $2.50 a pound for an Opa, right? And there's so many cool specific cuts in the Opa, and the abductor muscle and all this weird stuff that's deep inside, and the oil that comes out of the fins or the spine bones and all that. You clip them and heat them up just a little bit, and the oil melts and falls into this glass, and the oil is just amazing. It takes a lot, but it's so good for you. We're not reinventing the wheel.
No.
It's all been done.
Yep.
Everything's been done.
Yep.
It's just bringing it back to the forefront and educating people on the health aspects of what's important to you is the same thing that's important to me, is that people eat healthy seafood, because wild seafood is the only protein that we don't manufacture. We manufacture our beef, our chicken, our cows, and wild seafood, men and women lay it on the line to go get the stuff. And you should enjoy it because, I say it on my show, man, good seafood's not cheap, cheap seafood's not good.
Yep.
And, stuff
Absolutely.
like that. But we do a little bit of Mohama.
So what do you have there?
So this is dry aged and cured bluefin, okay? It's also known as Mohama. And the longer it sits, the better it gets. Go ahead and eat it. It's so good. Yeah, right? We gotta give this to the camera guy.
That's phenomenal. It's like tuna salami. Like if I had the choice between salami or this, I'd take this every time. How do you do that? So, dry aging has been super big lately, and it's not something I've ever had an opportunity to experiment with.
Yeah, there's a guy up in Sherman Oaks, California, Leeway.
The dry aged fish guy.
Yeah, he's the grandfather. He brought it all back to the forefront, super cool guy, very knowledgeable, and willing to share his knowledge with what he does, which is really neat. So try that. So this is bluefin toro. This is the bluefin belly that's dry aged. This has only got about 17 days on it, but help yourself.
Dry aged bluefin toro. I am one lucky fishmonger.
Pretty good stuff, huh? It's not a bad breakfast, bro.
The mouthfeel is like velvety. It's not like greasy, oily. It's like velvety, refreshing fat. It is like smooth, delicious, not fishy at all. So, can you explain how making your fish older, but it doesn't get fishier?
You have to follow policy and procedure. You have to set up your plan. You have to follow your procedure, and you have to do your homework. You have to study it and figure out, okay, you have to use the best fish that you have, and you have to keep an eye on it and keep log temperatures and all that. And you have to weigh it so that you can figure out how much moisture is being taken out of the fish. And when it reaches that goal that you want, you can harvest it out of your dry ager, put it in your case, and go ahead and sell it. I'd say 80% of the time it doesn't make it all the way to your desired weight because people want to eat it now. So it's super fun, and it's just something different. And I used to say that fish doesn't get better with age.
Yeah.
I can't say that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
because it gets better with age.
It's mind blowing because, you know, as professional fishmongers, like, we work really, really freaking hard to have the freshest fish in our cases. I can't say that about everybody, but this guy and myself, like, we work really hard. Like, you guys have no clue what goes into when you walk into a seafood market and there's hours out of the water fish in that display case, what went into that happening. He's been working way before the sun came up to make sure that everybody that comes into his shop today has hours out of the water fish, and that's not counting what he was doing last night before doing that this morning, and every other aspect of
day.
that. What I'm saying is, like, we work really hard to have super fresh fish, and now we're intentionally making it older.
It's right.
It's ironic.
But it's not reinventing the wheel. I mean, they've been doing this for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't anything new. It's just that guys like Leeway, the dry fish guy, has brought it to the forefront of everybody's mindset again, and now everybody's trying it. So it's really cool. But I want to explain something to you in the back. You got a minute?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go, you guys.
And so I just want to point out that when you're buying local seafood, it's important because this fish created jobs before it was even caught. And what I mean by that is we had to get ice on the boat, we had to get fuel on the boat, we had to get bait on the boat, we had to get groceries on the boat, and that created jobs. We have guys at the fuel dock, guys at the ice house, guys at the grocery store, men and women working all along the waterfront and at grocery stores because of this one fish. And this fish wasn't caught yet. And then we have to go get the fish, and we catch the fish, we put it on the boat, and then we bring the fish in, and then it starts all over again. We have to offload the fish, we have to get forklift drivers, we have cutters, we have baggers, filleters, boxers, truck drivers, and then we get it to a restaurant. And then you get to the restaurant and you have the front of the house, the back of the house, you have the dishwashers, you have everybody in between, and then you have the waste management company that takes it all the way to the trash. So it's important for you to understand that when you're buying a local fish from local fishermen or local fishmongers, you're creating jobs within your community. You're supporting Little League, softball, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the YMCA. Everything that built this country was because of fish. And people don't think about it. They just think of, I want a 4-ounce piece of fish, bloodline out, skin off, no bones, and I don't want it to taste like fish. Go get a piece of chicken.
Tommy knows who caught this, when he caught this. Shoot, he probably knows the person's home address where this fish came from.
Got to send him his check.
Yeah, exactly. That's as, you know, trackable and traceable as it gets. You guys buy fresh local seafood from your community, wherever you live. You know, as a young fishmonger, you're someone I look up to, and I'm very happy to have gotten to meet you, man.
That.
Hope you guys have a killer day.